Oh, I know it's been a really long time, but I really want to make a genuine video for the sake of a games community, being the game called Kiseki, which is a Roblox. Well, it's a game on Roblox, a basketball game based on Kuroko no Basket, and I simply wanted to make a guide series of, well, advanced techniques, since I've been noticing it's a lot harder for people to get into this game due to high-level players just absolutely washing them. And maybe whilst I'm doing this, I'll be able to get some people into the game. So I'm going to show some basic dribbling techniques and things that will help you get better at the game, and I will be timestamping every single technique. So I'd recommend taking an order if you're new. If you're advanced, try to figure out which part you don't know much about and watching that individually. And yeah, I just hope you enjoy the video. So let's start with some basics in dribbling. So of course, when you're dribbling, there's some basic things in the game where, for example, if you dribble left, it'll generally look like this. Actually, no, it won't look like that. It'll look like this, you know, and then you can dribble right. And basically, when you dribble left, if you dribble left again, there's a short fake before you do it, so it takes longer. But if you dribble right after dribbling left, it'll be instant, and it goes the same way. There's also a middle dribble being X, which is not used commonly, where if you left dribble and then do it, it's like that, it's kind of fast. And then if you do like a right dribble, for example, and then do it, it'll be kind of slow. And if you do an X dribble, it resets your left dribble. So X dribble, primarily wouldn't recommend using it until you really understand the basis of resetting other dribbles. So just in general, remember, left dribble resets right dribble resets left dribble, back dribble resets left dribble. So next thing you want to do is just general spacing. Whenever someone's on your right, make sure you dribble left. If someone's on your left, dribble right, etc. And then there's also one more thing in the game, driving. So when you hit drive, notice it'll take about double the stamina of a normal dribble. And it doesn't send you as far, but it sends you forwards. It has properties that other dribbles don't have, where if you dribble before doing it, it has extra distance. And if you have an ability named Drive Boost, it'll actually give you a speed boost. The nice part about driving is most people just tell you can only do it straight, but you can do it other directions. That's the first layer of dribbling, and then we have another one. The second is faking, which is very important if you want to make it so people, if they see you dribble, they won't just immediately go in the direction you're dribbling, and it also can make you bait out guard dashes. So to fake, all you do is you press the dribble action and press WAS or WDS, or you can also just look away. But I would recommend like trying to just force your character to look behind you to fake. And if you do it properly, you can also basically just do the normal animation. Sometimes I'll even like kind of lean into it to make it look like I'm dribbling harder. It's very useful. And if you do a fake, it actually resets the other dribble, so it's actually faster to fake and then do the dribble in the direction you want to go than to just dribble twice in that direction. Like, it's faster to do. Hold on, X dribble's really weird. So if it's faster to do this than to just, I didn't mean to shoot that. I should probably just not be charging. Okay, it's faster to C, fake Z, C again, though it does have to have a little gap. My X didn't work. You do have to wait like half a second. If you do it too quickly, it'll just do it again. So like this. It's a little faster than just dribbling twice like that. Then we have another nice ability they can do in dribbling, which is semi-advanced, I'd say, where when you're dribbling, you don't just, well, simply like dribble, like just go left, right. What you do is, like, for example, after dribble, do 360s, you know, like turn your character around, like you want to avoid your defender, which also leads me into omnidirectional driving, which can be harder to do at a lower level, but you can also, it's hard to do at a lower level, but once you get better at dribbling, you can do this pretty easily, where you just drive in another direction. I would recommend doing that for if you want to shoot a shot, especially if you have drift or fadeaway. It's very efficient, because you can do shots like this. And if you're quick with your with your camera flick, then you can go even further, because I think the game's just coded weirdly. You can also do some like strange stuff, like you can like X space, though it's not very efficient. And I guess another thing you can go over is doing things like dribbling, driving, and dribbling again. Very great way to be efficient when shooting. And that's pretty good basics of dribbling. I guess I could go over some stronger points on the court. So if you have fadeaway, one of the best ways to... Oh, actually, I have one more dribbling tactic. You can... So most dribbling is going to be horizontal, where you kind of go left, like especially if you're going corner, because corner is one of the strongest places to play in the game because it's harder to guard dash. But you can do something like this. Oh, my bad. This is very hard even for me. I can't replicate it like consistently, and sometimes it doesn't send you as far, but if you can do things like through X dribble, do a complete 360 and do a vertical dribble, as you can tell, like that. Very strong to go into fadeaway. I'm gonna get more cool. There is a lot of different things you can do with that. Sometimes you can also just commit to a drive with that, and you can even just do it by itself, as I showed earlier, and you can still have the speed boost if you have drive boost. I'm also going to go over properties real quick of dribbling, which is very important in the game. For actives, if you have ankle break, for example, if someone... So most people think it's just RNG if you get ankle break, but it isn't. It's actually based on what direction the person you're defending looks in. So if your defender looks to the left and you dribble right, it will ankle break them. And just having the active has a pretty small hitbox, but if you have a dribble skill with an ankle break built into it, the hitbox will be bigger, so it's easier to do it. You can also kind of... But the only problem is if you fake a dribble, it will not work. Well, it can theoretically work, it's just the hitbox is a lot smaller and it's harder to force. I have seen clips of people like doing a really good like fakes where they have like no animation, they just look away from someone and it ankle breaks them. It's pretty cool. And that's the basics of it. Is there any dribbling based actives? Well, of course, drive boost. Drive boost doesn't matter the direction you're going, it's just speed boost. Drive boost is one of the best actives in the game, by the way. Oh yeah, I have to go over best positions in the court. So if you have fadeaway, the best area is here and like in this general area. Though this general area is like the easiest to guard dash into, like this is one of the weaker points in the court. But yeah, this is the best location because no one can guard dash towards you if you're straight here. So if you, for example, were to do a vertical dribble and do a fadeaway, like I don't have fadeaway, but I can do a fake formless drift. It's a lot harder to block than anything else in the game. Oh yeah, there is also one more thing you can do with your spacebar, because you don't have to look when you do your dribble. You can like you don't have to turn around. I just find it, well, a lot more efficient to turn around from my experience. And yeah, and then if you have formless, it's best to just go corners like this. This is about floater range, and this is the only location in court where there's a fair chance the center won't block you. But if you have formless, centers will just be blocking you. Just please play like a point guard if you're gonna fucking... Just please play like a point guard if they're just guarding paint and you don't have fadeaway. And then drift, the strongest points in the court is just corners. Because if you just drift here, like, you'll go over here and it's extremely hard to guard dash into corners, especially if you drive into them. That's why a lot of people will call you corner carried. That is about it. There is some advanced things where if you fake a shit ton of times, you can shoot faster, you can do some buggy shooting. Let me see if I can replicate this. I'm not very good at this, personally. Because I try to have more skillful gameplay, so like... No, man, I'm trying way too hard here. Yeah, I can't really do it, but if you do enough dribbles, you can just force a really weird shot where it's a lot faster. You can do instant shooting and stuff. And it'll have a dribble animation. And, oh yeah, one more thing that's very important is placements and choosing when to just run at people for PBs, because If you see someone AFK, just run to them for PB. If you see someone has jumped recently, run them for PB, get your stamina back. And also, the more stamina you have, the further you'll go with your drive. If you have like no stamina, your drive will take you nowhere. It'll cut you off if you're like... Let me do an example real quick. Like, I don't have much stamina here, so if I drive, I don't go as far. So you want to save more stamina if you want to drive further. That's about all the really important things you can learn about dribbling in this game. I'm probably going to make a defense guide next, since I feel like it's more important that people know about defense. But that's about it. Hopefully this will actually help Kiseki come back alive as a game, and that's it. Have a great day.